We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
Welcome to What to Watch with Rob and Melissa. Tonight's films are The Learning Tree and Shaft. Tonight's guests are Isaac Ray Dean and Ashley Christine.
Welcome to the show that we're sort of ready for. We're on time. Nobody's here because they're like, oh.
Yeah, well, two people are here.
Two people are here. I'd love to change this lighting, but it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Until now. I did a little poof of my hair.
Oh.
A little poof, and then it just never went back down. But that's fine. That's fine. We're here.
Worse things have happened.
It's before 7.
We have sound?
30. I think we have sound.
There's no echo as far as we know. If there is, it would be nice if somebody would let us know.
We have some little comment, which we do. Our first comment from the...
Perfect.
Hi, Michael.
So,
we'll be seeing them next week.
Okay.
Yes, very exciting.
Yes.
So, Rob, I'm a little frazzled. We were getting our headphone situation put together, but we're here.
Yes, we are.
Here. I'll turn it over to you,
Yeah,
sir.
so let's see who our guests are this evening. We have Ashley.
There she is. She is.
Hello.
Hey.
I can hear you.
Perfectly, yes.
You can hear me.
I can.
What a Hello, world.
Yes, hello, world.
And what a wonderful world.
It's going to be a good show.
No, oh my God, this is what we love to hear.
Oh my God, for the first time.
I'm not sure what we're supposed to do to fill the 30 minutes of time.
Yeah, that, we usually go for. But, Ashley, see anything good lately?
I did. I started watching The Magicians. It's streaming on Netflix, but it's originally, I believe, a sci-fi network show.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking for something different. It's an interesting magic show because they don't cast spells using their voice.
Mm-hmm.
It's on sci-fi, but it's also on it streams on Netflix. It follows 5 friends through this really interesting journey, and it's interesting because they don't cast spells using their voice; they cast spells using their hands. So it looks like they're throwing up gang signs the entire time, but they're actually just casting spells.
Is she doing magic with her body?
Well, yeah, her hands are part of her body.
That's true. I like to do magic stretched out across, sprawled out across a room.
So silly question.
Always. I mean, it doesn't hurt that 3 of the
echo. What about now? Does Ashley still have an echo? I think I fucked something up. So
what did you do?
I don't know.
Now I hear myself back.
Oh fuck.
Oh, I don't. Well, it's not echoing over here.
It's not echoing over here.
Okay.
Is there any... Let's look at our technician. Is it echoing for our technician, or Ashley has an echo?
That's weird.
Does it still... I think I heard a... Mother effer, man. What is wrong with what we're doing?
We were close, guys.
Maybe it's Ashley's fault. All right, well... Do we... Hold on, let me check in with our staff. Still there.
Still there, all right. Well,
what about... Oh, cancel. Fuck you. Okay, what if we get rid of the iPad?
Okay.
Yeah, let's just try it. Let's just try it. Ashley.
Let's try it.
We like to save our sound checks till the
last minute.
Last second. Ashley, echo.
We like to do what we call a live sound check.
Yeah.
Live sound. Isaac, are you hearing a sound?
I'm delayed,
Isaac has a bit
no.
of delay on his.
but I don't hear an echo.
Hold
It's more of a.
We'll figure this out in just a second.
Yeah,
No.
ask Ashley. Oh.
Oh,
Echo on both of them. Slight echo on both.
slight echo
on both of them.
Both our guests.
Well, the buttons. Buttons?
Oh, maybe it's a button you gotta
Yeah,
press.
maybe it's just a mute the buttons.
Okay.
Ashley?
Isaac.
Check.
Okay,
We'll bring
okay,
that
we see that
in.
now.
Hello. Well, we still got time. We don't get started till 7:30.
Hello. Can you guys
Sound check.
thumbs up if you
Did-
could hear
I mean,
us?
I can hear you guys. Can you
no,
hear
we
me?
don't. She's
no.
talking, but no. Oh.
Hello.
She
I
doesn't
can
have
hear
an
you.
echo.
Sound check. Hello.
I can hear you guys, but can
no,
you hear
we
me?
can't hear Ashley.
Echoes are gone.
Echoes are gone. Well, that's because nobody's talking.
Oh, we're talking. I don't think you. Can you hear us?
I can hear
I know.
Isaac. I
This
hear
is a
you.
good show.
Okay, so I have a feeling.
Okay, I
you
can hear you
us,
too.
we
I hear
cannot
you.
hear them.
I hear you too, but I don't hear
I don't
Rob
think
and
they hear
Melissa.
Because the
Oh, I
I don't
hear
think-
Rob and Melissa. I don't think they can
Hold
hear me.
on.
Yeah, they don't hear us. They can't hear us.
Not even close. It's
No,
wonderful.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you.
I mean,
Those are called THEIR. There. Just kidding. We love you guys.
All right.
Well, you talk about fuck.
I was thinking
This
positive.
is not rated
I had high hopes.
13.
Not
is
tonight.
Much more. Well, what if we? I was so proud of us. I put on pants today. Just give us, a moment of your
You
time.
found the lipstick. You
I
thought
found
things-
lipstick. I found
things are
an
going-
alter. Well, what we could do, there's not echoes on that. What if we remove the head? Well, that's stupid. Just bear with it. Just look beautiful, guys. Camera, audio. Audio is here. No, we did that. Let's try. Oh, maybe this one. And we'll go this one.
I have faith in you, Melissa.
Hold on. Test. No.
Can y'all hear us now?
Test.
I can hear you.
Oh! Hello.
Ashley, you can hear me, right?
I can hear you,
Volume.
Isaac.
Yeah. Okay.
We hear each other. I don't think they hear us.
Well,
Yeah.
it's us now. Okay, hold on. We'll just do this the shit way. The shit way is always the good way, right?
That always worked before.
Yeah, it always worked before. So don't mind us. We'll just, we can use this shitty webcam shit speaker. Camera, audio, microphone, shit speaker. Where is it? It's here. God damn it, man. Shit speaker. Okay, here's the shit speaker.
I really have to go to the bathroom right now.
That's
Go
not
to the
speaker.
bathroom. I'll close for you. I got
Just
you.
bear with us.
Yes. Just
Play.
Can you hear me?
We were doing so well. This is this might be. Hold on, the gains are up really high.
Oh, now I don't hear anything on my end.
Well, don't you worry. Just you look there and sit and look handsome and take this off. You can't hear shit anyway.
Here you go.
Yeah, so just throw that there, and then we'll just say a fun fact. Say fun facts,
Oh well. Actually, no. I
Oh,
don't.
maybe there's no speaker.
Oh.
Okay. Camera. That's fine. Yeah, and then we'll go audio. We'll just do it with this stupid.
But will
speaker.
we have an echo if we do that?
Well, there's only one way to find out. I was so hoping we had it, guys. I don't even know if they can hear us.
Melissa, can you hear me?
They can hear us. That's fucking fabulous.
Oh, we've been able to hear
Let's
you
give
for a
this
while.
a little go.
Can you hear me?
They can hear me. No. We can't hear anybody. That's why we're moving everything.
Well, you did
to the
push all these
shit
buttons,
stuff.
so does that have something? Maybe that's why we can't hear them. All right. And the headphones are still plugged in. So.
Just we had an audience and now they are just much
Well-
better. Nobody can hear
Oh, much
anybody.
better.
That's
no,
why
I think
it's
they
better.
can hear everybody, but we just can't hear anybody.
Oh,
That's the only
Can
problem.
they hear? Gabby?
Gabby says much better.
To everybody or to just us? Well, can they hear Ashley? Oh.
Oh, yeah, just we can't.
Oh. Okay.
Oh.
What if we share? Oh, okay, because headphones are muted.
We can hear them.
Oh.
You need
What
to
about this?
Oh, no, because...
What about this?
No.
What about... That's fine. We just need a speaker now. Tess. Just bear with us. We have... No. That's okay. What if we just take out the... You can't hear them with the headphones, huh? Oh, wait.
No.
Hold on. Hold on. We need one headphone.
Just one.
Yeah, try that. I'm going to take this out and then give it a go. Can you hear this?
Can
Check,
I?
check.
Oh, yeah, just put it next
just...
to your ear.
Can you hear me, Rob?
Do you hear that?
Here, I don't hear anything.
It's like a little...
No.
That's fine. That's fine.
I heard it.
Wait, hold on.
What if we
now try?
Can you hear me, Rob?
No. Don't you worry, guys. What'll happen... We were so close. We had an intro going. We had everything going. So this just needs to stay away from the microphone. Oh, what we could do is we could plug a headphone into this. There is this. Okay? Are you ready for this? Talk about a fact. Talk about any fact.
Any fact?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Anything.
Anything?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Anything you would like to.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a story you have.
Well, everyone has a story, that's for sure. You know, a wise woman did say that once.
Do you want to... Actually, we could ask her to play that really quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
'Cause that might be...
We'll just
put our
move.
moods...
Yeah,
in
tell a
better.
story. You're just...
Alexa, tell a story.
Oh, God, you're supposed to tell the story.
Oh,
shit. Just what did you do today?
There's 8 minutes left.
I didn't do anything.
Talk to Ashley.
I didn't do anything.
Turn it over to
hear
Ashley.
her.
I know, that's fine. Let her talk.
Oh,
For
okay.
Isaac, yeah.
So let Ashley...
Yeah, is she still there? We can't see anybody.
She could talk
Yeah,
about the
She can
magicians.
talk. Yeah. How's the...
While we figure this out, just let...
Shut up, Alexa. Alexa,
Gotcha.
stop.
All right, now...
Okay,
I will-
Ashley.
I will talk about the magicians. I got you.
We'll just pretend we can hear you.
Perfect. This wouldn't be the first time.
Just talk amongst yourselves.
is a great show. I've actually enjoyed. I don't even know what season I'm on. I've just binge watched it since it started snowing. It's been interesting because, like I said, they don't cast spells using words. Where like all other magic films have magic wands and words and stuff like that. It's all done with hands and memories and herbs, and you're just like, okay, that looks a little bit more realistic. So it's actually a really super great show. And
You
like
know
I said,
what?
just
Can you hear
What
me,
did you say?
Ashley?
I can hear
Okay,
you.
you can hear me. I don't know. Okay, that is a really, really good show. I've been binge watching it as well, and I've actually finished all 5 seasons that are on Netflix. And then I just found out recently that Sci-Fi actually canceled the show, so they're now renewing it for a 6th season. So the 5th season is the last season. But
Okay,
I will say this, Ashley, without giving anything away, how the show ends, like how they tie the series up, it's a really good ending. So
Okay,
you're not left disappointed.
They did end it. They did end it technically.
Yeah,
Good. Because
yeah,
I'm like, wait,
yeah.
they canceled
Because
it. Okay.
yeah,
Good.
so the show, yeah, because what I found out was like how they when they started filming season 5, they didn't know whether or not they were going to be canceled. So they did season 5's ending in a way to sort of tie everything up. But
Just in case.
if they have gotten renewed, they can still do another season, and it would still make sense. You see what I'm saying? So you're gonna
That's
like
smart.
it's really, really good. That show is really good. I've loved it ever since. Yeah, because I don't have cable, so I watch everything online, and it's really good. It was really good. Series.
I was looking for something that I could binge watch during the snowstorm because I've watched Schitt's Creek, which is great. You know, that has some really funny dry humor, but I've watched it like 8 or 9 times during this pandemic, so I'm like, I need something new. And I was looking for something that, you know, had good, strong character stories, a good story in general, and didn't get boring, and it still hasn't. I think I'm on season 5. I'm on the last season then.
Oh, you're on the last season? Oh,
Yeah, I'm on the
yeah.
last season. And I mean, I've loved every single character and
Hello.
how every character's developed. Hey,
Just bear with us. We're getting
Hey,
there. We're just doing a
can you hear us
rearrange.
now?
So you've been doing a wonderful job. No, just be you.
So I'm guessing they can hear us.
Either they can or they can't, but it's good. We're enjoying
Right.
this.
Right.
What have you seen lately that has sparked your interest?
Oh, well, what I was going to talk about was what I've seen lately. I saw this movie on Netflix called The Little Things. I
Okay.
mean, I'm sorry, it wasn't on Netflix. It was on HBO Max. It listed HBO Max, and it was this new movie that had Denzel Washington, Robbie Malek, I want to say, was in it as well, and Jared Leto was in it as well. And
I love him.
without giving too much away, like Denzel Washington and Robbie Malek. The movie takes place in the 1990s, and Robbie Malek and Denzel Washington, they play detectives, and they're trying to find and catch a serial killer.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, so it's really really good. The ending I was kind of shocked about, and was just like, okay, that was an interesting way to end the movie. But overall, I was pleased with that movie. No complaints. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
and
no.
again, look at Jared Leto on the screen. Yeah, Jared Leto, he's very good at playing
He's
creepy
so
characters
talented.
and stuff like that. Yeah, he is, and he's so good at playing the creepy, kind of mysterious kind
Oh
of
yeah.
characters, which is what his character was in this film. And I'm a huge
Perfect.
fan of Denzel Washington. Denzel Washington, I mean, every movie, literally, from my point of view and my perspective, every movie that I've seen Denzel Washington in, I've had no complaints about it at all.
Yeah,
Like
no,
literally, I've had no complaints.
I can't
Like
think of a
I can,
movie and be like where Denzel didn't give a great performance.
yeah, like I'm like it's because when I was watching the little things, I was thinking like, have I ever seen a movie that Denzel Washington has been in that I'm just like, oh my god, this movie is shitty? No, like I personally haven't seen that. Seen that,
No,
you know what I'm saying?
I could
So
definitely second that one. There is not a movie where you're just like that was a shitty Denzel movie. It doesn't.
yeah,
I don't think it. I really don't think it exists. I think he's one of those
right.
actors. He's one of those timeless actors that no matter what movie he's going to be in, it's always gonna be top notch because he brings
Yeah,
his A game
right.
to everything.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
so good.
And one of my favorite movies of his is Remember the Titans. I think that's a
Ooh,
really, really good movie.
a
Have you
great
seen that
movie.
one?
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely.
remember the yeah. And then there's another movie that he did, which was kind of like a sci-fi kind of movie with time travel. It was called Deja Vu, which
Mhm.
was really, really good. And I was just like,
Yep.
oh, okay, this is yeah. So,
There's that one.
I just like
I'm trying to think. The one he was in one with Mila Kunis where he was oh goodness, I can't think of the name right now. But it was such a good movie. Kept me on the edge of my seat the whole time because he's so good. He's just so good. He's so good. He's so good.
yeah. Yeah, he was good in both Equalizer movies too. Like, did you ever see the Equalizer and stuff like that?
Yep.
Like, I just can't think of a movie that he's done that's bad.
And
Like, so I
because it
was
doesn't exist. It doesn't exist.
right. Like, he's such a good actor, and he makes his choice. Whatever team he has behind him, publicists, agents, managers, whatever that help him navigate his career and choose his projects. Like, he
Do a great job.
doesn't. Yeah, and you
Do a
know
great
what?
job.
You never hear anything bad about him in the press either, which is
That's the other
interesting.
thing,
Like
right?
he never.
You don't hear. You really don't. Denzel was caught on the corner doing I don't know what. No, you don't hear that.
Yeah,
But
you don't hear anything.
you've never heard Denzel step down
Oh.
anybody.
Oh, that.
Like he's always been. He's a class A guy. Period.
Yeah,
At the end of the day, you don't hear anything bad about him. All of his movies are good. He does great work
yeah,
on the outside. It's just,
yeah.
oh goodness, what a
But
class
like,
actor right
okay,
there.
if you had to like within the past year, as we've all been staying in the house and just binge watching a lot of movies and a lot of TV shows, which I'm
Hmm.
sure you have as well, because I've been doing that.
Oh
What
yeah.
would you say? What would you say one of your top at this point? What is one of your top TV shows and one of your top movies you have seen so far that you can think of just
Um,
off the top of your head?
Top movie. I'm probably gonna go ahead
Yeah.
and say it was it's a movie. I believe it's streaming on Amazon Prime. It's called Pride. It's like a British movie
Okay.
about
Well,
what
wait,
is that?
is that the new one? Is that the new one that just came out with like Neil Patrick Harris in it? Is he in it? Am I thinking? No, maybe I'm not thinking
No,
about that one. Never mind.
no,
Okay,
no.
never mind.
It's
Okay.
it's a British movie. I think it's got all British actors. It's about
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
miners' strike in the UK and how the
Oh,
LGBT community
wow.
came out to help them get money. And at first, it was like a whole, we don't really want your money because you guys are gay. And then it just shows the development of how becoming open-minded, and all this stuff brings the community together. And it's a really great movie.
Wow.
Probably my favorite movie of this whole pandemic. Um,
Okay.
and then TV shows, the two to go that I've watched multiple times is going to be One Day at a Time off of Netflix,
Okay.
and Schitt's Creek. Those two will always get me laughing, no matter how many times I've seen the episodes. Always have me in fucking knots, dying.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
How about
Okay.
you?
Well, that's good. That's good. Okay, so I've been binge watching a lot of like just a lot of everything I can get my hands on. Like The Magicians is one of them because that's up there. Because for me, like I like any TV show that has to do with like magic and powers and people
Yep.
fighting and stuff like that. There was one I just finished watching on Netflix. It was called Warrior Nuns or something like that, which was
Okay.
really good. Yeah, it was really good. And then that new Shonda Rhimes period piece that's on Netflix. I want to say Bridgerton, or
Yes,
if I'm pronouncing it,
I think you're right.
yeah, Bridgerton. That one is really, really good. To see a period piece that takes place in the late 17th and early 18th century that has so much diversity within the
Yes.
cast, and you're not even thinking about that. You just seeing these characters and seeing
Right.
the stories that are being played out. I was like, Shonda Rhimes, as we all know, Shonda Rhimes, Grey's
Grey's
Anatomy,
Anatomy.
Scandal, Had to Get Away
Hmm.
with Murder, she does no wrong. So as far as I know so far, so her creating this show on Netflix is really, really good, and it just got renewed for a second season.
A
So
second
I'm
season,
really
right?
excited about that. Yeah, which is really, really good. And then far as movies goes, it's actually the movie we was talking about last week, Hillbilly LG, which
Really?
yeah, I really, and I know a lot of people had issues with that movie because, it wasn't the same as the book, but I just related to that movie so well that I just loved it.
No, no, I totally get it. I understand.
And look at Rob on the
All
screen,
right.
like, who hated it.
Hey!
Can y'all hear us?
We're
Can y'all hear us
ready.
okay?
Can
Are
you
we
guys hear us
blurry?
now?
No, we're not blurry. We're just blurry on the computer. I don't give a fuck. We're here.
Oh,
Do you see
can
us?
you guys hear
Can you
us?
hear us?
Well, I
I don't
did,
think
and now they're gone. Oh, this
Wait,
is
Can you guys hear us?
yeah.
Can you hear us now?
Yeah,
I heard
yeah.
that.
I did hear that. Okay, well, okay.
Oh.
It happens.
Yes.
We have much better. That's nice. Then we have I hear everyone, which is great. And then obviously commandeering our show, Ashley and Isaac, wonderful. And then loved Pride, Bridgerton, and we're here. We're a little because the internet is all foggy. Okay, Rob, do you want to talk to anybody?
Oh, I'm good. Did you want to say anything?
No, I don't know why we didn't get started yet, honestly.
Oh, me
And then
neither.
we are here. We'll do a little quick boop boop. That's better, right? That's better.
Yeah,
it's
that's good.
well, whatever.
Oh,
it's
good.
good. I can hear you. You can hear me.
As
Everything
long
we
as we
did
can all
today
hear each other,
is some
that's
bull.
all that matters.
Bull.
Here.
Welcome to What to Watch. We lost everyone.
No,
And
still
we're
got two
fuzzy
watches.
AF. But whatever.
But as long as you can hear us,
yeah, we're
that's
here.
what
So
matters.
we're gonna do a show for you.
Or I try to,
Or
at least.
mother effer. What?
Well,
I hope
can you guys hear us?
yeah.
Oh, yes.
You
Mhm.
hear-
Oh, that's
okay,
good.
so
All
we're
right,
good.
good.
Okay,
All right,
that's
we're
good.
good.
Okay, I
You
wasn't
can't see
sure if
us.
you
I think
heard.
we're fuzzy. That might just
see
take a
you.
quick.
No, leave it alone, Melissa. Don't mess with it. You.
Oh,
No.
no. And we're back.
And we're back. I have a feeling she's gonna start messing with it and is gonna tamper with something and not work again.
Oh goodness. Oh goodness, what's happening? And the magicians.
Are we still fuzzy? Screw it, we're doing the show. Let's go to the first show. We obviously want to give respect to this month, which we've done very well. We're fine.
So far.
Hello? Oh, great.
we're here.
This is, wonderful. Well, Janet, let's just go. Thank you so much, Ashley and Isaac. You stole the show, literally.
Yes.
See them next effing week. Take over.
Well, yes, perhaps when we go on vacation, they'd be the perfect.
Yeah. Or like when we
people
can't
to-
get started, they'd
yeah.
be the perfect.
Or that.
Yeah,
yes.
that sounds great. Well, let's
so
do.
perfect. At least we know
At
to
least
have
we're
them
in a
on
show.
more often. Yes. Okay. So obviously, we are for Black History Month, be looking at a series of films that show contributions the African American community have made to film. Today, we're going to be looking at two films by director Gordon Parks. The first one being the Learning Tree.
Ooh.
So yeah, we could start rolling those clips whenever you get a chance. I mean,
Whenever.
no rush.
Whenever.
Okay.
I mean, we got our shit. Oh, you're starting. Shh.
Oh, okay. So it's the 1969 film, The Learning Tree. The film tells a coming-of-age story set in 1920s Kansas, and is about two African-American teens. One, the calm, self-controlled youth, and the quick-tempered Marcus is the other character that this film follows. And you'll see a little bit of that in this clip.
Yeah, it's there. We're here. This is by Warner Brothers.
Our favorite.
And just let's just cycle through because we're just afraid. Wonderful.
We're just trying to
Us watching them. Oh boy, that'll bite me later.
All I want to know is you with us or not.
Not too much of us. I look terrifying.
I'm always with the fellas here.
This was a good.
You don't.
I have a hard time getting into
No,
movies, and
you're
this was a really easy
I don't know what you mean.
character establishment. I think.
Yes, no, it
You
was.
know exactly what I mean. You just keep it up. You'll see what I'm getting at.
A lot of foreshadowing little things going on that you're like, wait.
The film also shows the persistent and oftentimes violent racism that these young men experienced and were subjected to on an everyday basis, like in this next scene coming up in just a second. There we go.
Well, some things were. Janet has a better hold on things than we do.
She does.
Thanks, Janet. Oh man, yeah. This was shocking to me. I mean,
You didn't have to shoot him, Chuck.
Well, now you can see what happens to criminals. Especially the kind that goes around beating up on white folks and running from the law.
Didn't beat up nobody.
Well, but you young hyenas did, didn't you? Huh? Now, where's that nigger Marcus? Jake said he's the one who did the dirty work. Is that so?
What do you mean, nigger?
I'm asking you if he's the one who did the beating, boy. You all better tell the truth or I'm going to lock all of you up.
Mr.
and
Kiner
these
would
are
beat him
all
first.
the age was
Kiner should have
14.
killed him. That's what
Correct.
he
Probably
should have
14
I
year
believe,
old
yes.
boys.
Now, you all stay here. I'm going to get some help and drag that criminal out of there. And don't you all try escaping like he did.
Well, we also see how the lives of the two main are like in this next scene, where we see two completely different types of Christmas celebrations. For Newt, it's with his caring and loving family, and for Marcus, inside a cold and damp detention center, basically a prison, where he is physically and emotionally abused by the racist guards, as in this next clip.
Oh, I see.
Oh, well, I think there was a. Oh wait. Oh no. Oh, it's up, right?
Oh. Janet, you can just let it continuously play. Rob will just talk.
Well,
over
we're
it.
back at the beginning. Should we just?
What happened, Janet? What happened?
You jinxed it. That's what happened.
I jinxed. Don't you worry. Oh boy.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, wonderful.
Thank you.
And this was Christmas.
Christmas.
Oh, Newt, it's beautiful.
We're in the right.
Beautiful.
We're in the right scene here, I guess.
Newt Winger and the gang sent you this present. Let us pray. O Almighty God, we ask for the soul of this young sinner. Wash him in the white snows of thy holy Christmas. Bring peace to his tormented soul, and let him leave this place a better young
14-year-old age.
someday. Oh God, show him the light. Show
Shut
him.
up. Shut up. Get the hell out of here. I don't want no Uncle Tom's praying over me.
You don't know what you're saying, son.
I know about as much as what I'm saying as you do. Just get the hell out.
Read the scripture on the back, son. Pray to the Savior. He'll help you.
I don't want no part of your poor white trash. God, he ain't gonna do nothing for me. And he ain't gonna do nothing for you as long as you stay black. Why don't you tell Crapper to stop beating on us nigger boys? Yeah, that's what he calls us. Nigger, nigger, nigger. Tell him, Crapper. Tell him what you're gonna do to me when they leave. Tell him.
Son.
Don't son me. Just get going so Crapper can ride me about you niggas coming to pray over me.
Just leave it rolling, Janet. Don't even stop it. Just leave it roll. Oh, is that it?
Oh no, there's more.
Oh, just leave it
let's
rolling.
let
Just leave it
yeah.
rolling, and Rob will talk. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the film also explores the theme of first love through the eyes of Newt in this scene where he's on his first date. Let's see that one.
Daffodils.
Yeah, Janet, don't even worry about pausing it ever. Just let it roll through. We're figuring things out as we go.
We're all figuring things out.
We just got sound 10 seconds ago.
Yes.
Silly, wouldn't it?
I don't think so.
There was such an
All right.
innocence to
Just
these
for a minute or two,
two.
and then we go back,
Aw.
okay?
This whole film had this innocence to it in these moments.
This could be our private little garden. Would you like to come here sometime?
I want someone to invite me to a garden.
Who knows?
When?
Oh, I don't know.
Saying.
Why don't you come by after my piano lessons tomorrow?
Wow.
We can talk about it then. Okay?
Okay.
We started strong. At least we got one loyal person.
Yeah. Oh, yes, we
Oh.
do. Another important character in the film is that of Sarah, Newt's mother, who's often the voice of comfort and hope for Newt, like in the scene where he admits to her his fear of death. Let's watch that.
Why do...
What's that?
Janet, just let it keep rolling. Don't ever stop it.
I'm gonna hate dying.
None of
There
us
they
will like
are.
it, son. The important thing is to be ready when the time comes.
You mean be a Christian?
In a way, but there's more to it than that. It's being able to love when you feel like hating. To tell the truth when you feel like lying.
Are we gonna live here all our lives?
Don't you like it here, son?
I don't know. I ain't been no place else.
Do you have the town
Well,
where
I
this
hope you
was?
won't have to live here all your life.
I could look. It's.
No, dude, I was just
I believe
interested.
it was.
Not all bad place either. Sort of like fruit on a tree. Some good, some bad. Understand? No matter if you go or stay, think of Cherokee Flats like that till the day you die.
And we made it through.
Oh, we're done.
Thank
Well,
you, our
I
loyal
believe it-
viewer.
You asked the name of the town. I
Yes.
believe it was supposed. I don't know if it was mentioned or not, but I believe, from what I understand, it's supposed to be. So the director who wrote the book is based on his hometown, which is Fort Scott, Kansas. So.
Oh, that's right, Kansas. I knew
Yeah.
it was Kansas.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Rob.
Well, also too, real quick, just to mention, a fact about the movie itself and the significance it has in sort of film history. It was the first feature-length film to be directed by an African-American director that was made through a major studio, being that studio was Warner Brothers. So Gordon Parks, he not only directed, but he produced as well as wrote the screenplay, which again was based off of his 1963 semi-autobiographical book of the same name. So yes, so it's if you look at the dates that he wrote the book when the movie was released in 1969, it was obviously released during the civil rights movement, and sort of a reminder to let people know, well, this is what, if you're confused about what we're fighting for, well, this is it here. Gordon Parks was born in 1912. So you can imagine he was about the same age as the characters are. Again, the movie takes place in 1920s, so he's probably about the same age as the characters were, like in the late 1920s. So, I think it's, everything he wrote about and shows in the movie were really things that he experienced as a young man growing up in Kansas. I think also, it's a very significant film, I think, even to today, because if you look at a lot of the themes the movie discusses, sort of, the theme of civil rights, police brutality, issues with the justice system and prison reform. These are all things that are just honestly happening now, literally almost 100 years before the Gordon Parks himself experienced those things, which in a lot of ways is kind of upsetting as well, to think like 100 years, what has really changed? Not a whole lot. But yeah, so I think it's just a really, I think it's a movie everyone should see, to talk about, especially now in 2021. Oh, that's, yeah.
Wow. You know what? I actually took notes, and I accidentally sent them to the last person who sent me a W-9. So that was fun.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So he has all my notes. He's fine. This is great. You were done so fast. Let me just, these are I actually saw The Magicians. Did we hear that? No.
Well, we'll watch it afterwards, and we'll hear it.
So I really I found my notes, which is weird. We never got started, but I got to this. So I wrote a few notes, things that caught my eye with my ears. But there were a couple statements that really stood out to me. Obviously, it's called The Learning Tree.
Mm-hmm.
But there is a sentence where, or a line, I guess you would call that a line. Life is like fruit on a tree. There's some good and some bad, which when you look at the wars that we're having back then, today, they've never ended. When you have these people promoting, oh, well, blue lives matter, like, come on, like, we're getting away from the bigger issue at hand. There's always going to be some good, some bad in any category. So I really liked, fruit on a tree. What I also wrote down is there's such an innocence to the film, and we look at Newt Winger, right? That's the lead of the movie, and there is such an innocence to him, and you see that he does. What's heartbreaking is he does everything right. absolutely everything right. He is polite. He's you can't even say do everything right, because there is, not a right or wrong, but you can tell that these struggles of, should I join a side where my anger, shows a little bit more, or should I try to, keep getting my own self ahead? He also, I also thought it was interesting when I read the synopsis of this. It's a year in the life. This felt like almost like Hillbilly Elegy, in the sense that, it was a lifetime or a full childhood. And that's kind of what I felt like. There were moments where I was like, oh, is he older now? No, it was 1 year, a 14-year-old's 1 year of life, and his story in that. He also says when he's on that date that we saw in the forest, not a garden,
a field.
Field.
Field is not the same as a forest.
She says something, these flowers are too pretty to pick. He says, let's just sit and look. I just thought that was a moment of innocence. You don't really necessarily have to take everything with you. And then they say there is a school scene where he has a teacher, and he's trying really hard to excel in his educational life, in his goals of what he wants for himself. And he starts to try to get advice, and she says, oh, Negro children don't have the capability as white children do. You're better off going to a trade school, or a conversation such as that. And then he gets upset. He stands up for himself. And the teacher, what I love about this, and you see this white fragility in even today, where they attack, or anybody will attack with such a viciousness, and then when they're met with truth, they cry. So teachers being a bitch.
And play the victim.
Teachers being a bitch. And then the kid goes, you know what? I'm more than this. We all hate you. What do you mean you all? Well, all the colored kids hate you. And then she starts crying, and she says, I'm going to go to the principal. And she's sobbing. And it's like, listen. And then the worst part, I'll end my little spiel, because these poor guys aren't even on our show, and they held it together. But the theme of this show too is film, because it was beautiful. I don't want to discredit that, but this entire, oh man, I got really frazzled from the craziness. But then she goes to the principal. Principal says, you know what? It's not right. It's not right. We're so sorry. We're so sorry. I wish I could, but never actually makes a change. And that comes a lot throughout the film in different people's lives. I wish we could do more. I wish we could do more. But sorry, how far do you go to break the norm, I guess? How far do you go to step outside, the conforming? I don't know. It's just sad that you see this story and you see there's so much hurt. There's so much hurt in these children. And they're used as, there was a photo where they're being used by this carnival guy as a sideshow. Come wrestle. I'll give you money. They're used. We saw the scene. They're used in horrific ways of, hey, we don't want to do that. Go do that. We'll give you some money. So they're very on show all the time, that's all I have to say. I mean, and two, I want to turn it over to other people. It's just heartbreaking. And it's heartbreaking that when you see this movie and there's so many things that are today, that's one of the first things you said. That's devastating. And you wonder why people are upset, and you wonder why people are angry. This story could have happened. I mean, he was out at a park. He can't go there in 2020. Hashtag coronavirus. But other than that, it was a similar story to what we're seeing now. And I'm gonna try. Who do you want to see first?
Oh yes, let's see Ashley.
Ashley, hi Ashley. I hope we can hear Ashley.
Oh, I hope you can hear me too.
Yes. Well, we did it. What I would like to say, Ashley being a sound goddess, we've worked together. She was doing some epic things. And we did do a test, didn't we? We said echo, echo. We did a test.
We did a quick test. I was like, yes, you could hear me.
And we just saw, but whatever. You stole our show. Welcome to the Isaac and Ashley show. So, Ashley,
we were just
the
trying to do our
learning
best.
tree.
I actually really, really enjoyed this movie. I actually saw this movie back in 2000 and I want to say 5 when I was in high school. It was actually shown to us so that we could see what it was like. And being a kid, when I watched it, we asked questions like, "Oh, that doesn't happen now." But the truth is, like, we could take this movie and literally place it in this time and be like, it's the same thing is still going on. It hasn't changed. There hasn't been change. It's the same exact thing. It's just a different era now. And this movie is so impactful, even though it was made way back in the
1969. Yeah.
Yes. It's still super impactful in 2021, which speaks volumes, but also makes me really sad that we have not changed a lot of this stuff. You know, with Black Lives Matter, you can, make it's the civil rights movement, except it's Black Lives Matter now. That's the difference. But we're still promoting the same thing. It's still difficult for African Americans, Latinos, even the LGBT community to move forward and get jobs. And all of this was shown in this movie. And I absolutely, I loved every second of it. It was so sad and so upsetting to watch because you're like, wow, even though it was based, back then, you look at it now and you're like, everything is the same. It's the same. It's pretty sad that we haven't really progressed as much as we think we have.
Well, and there was what was the statement where it's like, because I did attend a protest earlier well, not this year, but in the summer 2020. And they did a wonderful gathering afterwards where people could connect, tell stories. And they said and this is said everywhere, but it's still happening. We just have more cameras. So
this is true. Very true. Even as far as when people say things like, there's no slavery. Slavery ended. That stuff's not true. And this movie just proves that all of that stuff is it's still around. It's just now, yes, there are more cameras, but we aren't bringing light to things like slavery is still a thing. People might want to argue with me, but slavery is still a thing. And the civil rights movement is still a thing. We need to stop ignoring it. And this movie is a great thing. I actually feel like this movie should be shown in schools across America. It'll never happen, but it should.
Yeah.
Let's call Utah up and see. Hey, Utah, you might need this.
Let's call Alabama and see if they'll play this.
Let's have a list of states.
Utah's probably still showing Reefer Badness to like.
It probably still is, but I honestly this was a really good choice, Rob, for this week, and for this month. It's definitely a really good movie, and I really honestly from the bottom of my heart I wish that. I thank my high school teacher who showed me this movie in high school because it really opened my eyes to what was really going on at the time. And it's something that should be shown in schools all the time.
Thank you, Ashley.
Yes.
This is more of a somber because this is a month where you can't really do too much shit. I don't want to ruin the feel. So we'll let Ashley go and then we'll bring up Mr. Ray Dean. Hello. Like a magic surprise. Why, hello, I can see you. We did a test. I can still see you, hear you, but hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Wow. It's like amazing. Wow. Isaac.
Okay, so I want to start off by saying, Rob and Melissa, Rob, I know you picked this movie. This was a very good pick. It was a very, very, very good pick. And I'm so pleased that you did pick this movie. And it's very telling about the times we're living in now. And I, again, this, much like Hillbilly Elegy, I connected to this movie on such a deep personal level, not only because I'm African-American, but I'm also, this movie takes place in Kansas. That's where I was born and raised, in Kansas. So I just connected to everything that happened in this movie. And especially one part in particular really stuck out to me, and Melissa, you touched on it a little bit, that part where the kid was in the school and he was telling her how he wanted to go to college and all this stuff. And then that white lady who was a teacher was basically telling them, oh, Negro children can't do this, they can't do that. That made me think of something. The summer before I started my senior year in high school, Me and my sister were at home, and it was like a Saturday or something. And my mom was like, "Okay, we're gonna do Saturday cleaning. I need you all just to clean the house." So we're like, "Okay, yeah, we got to do chores." So me and my sister turned on some music, and we know we just wandered around the house cleaning. I had to go clean out the closet that was downstairs in the living room where we hung all our coats and hats and scarves and stuff like that. So I go in the closet and I come across this box. It's like an older box. So I open the box and there's this green folder that's inside this box, right? And I open up the folder just to see what was in it. And this is the summer before I started my senior year in high school. Like I opened this green folder with all these papers and notes in it, and it was notes that was taken from a teacher that I had years ago when I was like in the fourth or fifth grade, and it was from a parent teacher conference that my mom had. So I'm looking at these notes, and in there it gets to the part where it asks about, oh, what is Isaac Radine's career aspirations? What do you see him doing? And she put on there, oh, I see him being a garbage man or a janitor. And I remember seeing that, and this is like again before I started my senior year of high school, and I remember seeing that, and I was like, wait, that's all she, when she looked at me as a black child, and it was a white teacher too, that's all she saw was a janitor and a garbage man. And again, I'm not disparaging anybody who does those career professions because y'all obviously we need those, but it wasn't, oh, he can be a doctor, he can be a lawyer, a scientist, engineer. It was, oh, a janitor or a garbage man. And those are stereotypical jobs that people often do put on African Americans, especially African American man. For women, it's more like the maid stereotype. And I remember seeing that, and I remember getting very upset. And seeing that, and I still actually got that paper somewhere buried in my closet somewhere. I got to find it. But I remember seeing that, and that's what made me really, really get the drive to say, okay, you know what? When I start my senior year, I'm really going to get my shit together because I'm going to go to college. I'm going to go to college. I'm going to get my bachelor's degree. I'm going to make something of myself. And I'm going to show her and anybody else who doubts me because I have this color skin, that I'm going to be somebody and I'm going to do something. And that's one of the things that really stuck out to me. And another thing, I'm sorry, I'm making it so personal. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm just so sorry. But like, okay, I also recalled other incidents when I was like in like the 8th grade and stuff. And like, I was like again, I didn't have a very good home life, so I was always just getting in trouble in school and stuff like that because I was kind of like a bad boy. I hated school and I was always doing shit to get me sent to the principal's office. I was bad. But I remember every time I would go to the principal's office, it was a white principal, and I was like, this is like, how old are you in 8th grade? Like, what is 8th grade? Like 13, 14, I don't know, to 12, 13 or something like that. Every time I would go to the principal's office, the principal will always say, you here again, boy? Boy, why are you here again? Boy. He will always say that to me. He would never call me by my name. It was always boy, boy, boy. And I remember being that age, I didn't really understand, like, why does he keep calling me boy? And I was just like, oh, I guess I am a boy. I'm not a girl, so I guess whatever. Being that young, you don't really understand what it means. But like every time it was just always the way he said it, like boy, like you just knew he wanted to call me like a nigger. You just knew he wanted to call me that, but instead he would always be like boy, and he would just say it with such vitriol and such anger. And this movie just made me think about that too. And I will go as far as to say is this. And it's also touching on a little bit of what Ashley was saying about even people within the LGBTQ plus community. The whole state of Kansas in general has a lot of issues even to this day. Now, I'm saying there's a lot of issues everywhere, but even to this day, there's still a lot of discrimination and racist issues in Kansas because in Kansas, in the state of Kansas, if you are somebody in the LGBTQ plus community, and your job wants to fire you because of that, they can fire you because of that, and it's totally legal. Like there's no ramifications. And like here in New York, you can like sue the hell out of somebody who did that. But in Kansas, it's totally legal. It's totally fine if they will fire you if you're in the LGBT. But like, oh, we don't want you because you're gay. We don't want to hire you. We don't want to work. We don't want you working. They can totally fire you because of that. So like, and again, this part in this movie also where these Black children were standing by the creek and they literally witnessed the white officer shoot this black man in the back. That was that was a very, very powerful moment because it really shows how seeing something like that how it formulates the African American diaspora in our ideologies and how we develop living in a world that we can see something like that and there's no justice for it. And it also made me think of, okay, what did those people see when they was literally seeing that officer putting his knee on George Floyd's neck and they was all around there? What all those black children and all those people who were seeing that and videotaping it, what did they think? What did they feel? What does that do to the psychological development of a black child? And let me just say of any child at all, like you damage anybody just seeing something like that, just witnessing that kind of brutality and witnessing that kind of brutal racism. And I don't know, I guess I'm done with my rant. I just connected with this movie on so many levels. Again, being black and also just again, growing up in Kansas in general, thinking about all the things I've experienced, thinking about all the things that were said. And this movie was made in 1969, but the story takes place in the 1920s, and all this stuff is still happening today. So it's just an interesting.
Well, because actually, I didn't want to. I'm glad you said it because, like, obviously, I respect people's privacy to some extent.
No,
if this shows any proof, let me put that in there. But I'm glad that you mentioned, your home tied to Kansas because actually, I saw you as the boy in the film, and that's what really touched me. Is I was wondering what your experiences were. Because of the age and the place.
Right.
I mean, or the place of I came from Utah. Like it was though. You're from not someplace too conservative, are you?
No, I am.
It's
yeah. Oh yeah.
But I thought it was and I just want to let's bring up Ashley so she's not
Yeah.
But what I want to connect with is that I actually saw, and I was actually very afraid because I don't know how to talk to children. They scare me. And I did I always talk to children too young for who they are. They're 12 years old. And I'm like, how are you? I'm fine. Oh, but I was running a summer camp and I was kind of watching all of these children, and it was a very diverse group of children. And I remember just getting a little like anxious about it. And then this girl was coloring in a coloring book. She was coloring The Little Mermaid. She was a beautiful, beautiful black girl. And she was coloring The Little Mermaid a peach color. And I just remember that was right about the time that Little Mermaid, who was the lead actress in the new Little Mermaid remake? Did that happen? They were making.
Oh yeah, I know. They're remaking it and they cast she's in this singing group. Her Chloe something, and she's black, and she's gonna be a black Little Mermaid. She's playing Ariel. Yeah, it's happening. Okay. Yeah, they're gonna start filming here in a little bit. Yeah, the whole cast is actually diverse, and I'm really, really excited about that. I'm really excited about that.
Posters for that, and I saw this little girl coloring The Little Mermaid peach, and I remember just kind of pulling her to the side. And I don't know like what I can say, being not somebody's parent. But I said, hey, why are you coloring The Little Mermaid this? And she's like, that's what it looks like. And I said, there's a black Little Mermaid? And she said, no. And I pulled up the photos and I said, this girl is The Little Mermaid. And she just, the astonishment of her trying to even comprehend that. And then I was doing another couple theater shows where there was a black woman who was a children's lead character. And we had a bunch of kids watch the show and kind of like, what did you think? Did you like it? And all she could think about was the little black girls up in the front row looking at her like, oh, we even heard it from Shayla, like, oh, my VP looks like me. There's not enough representation. And that's why for you to feel like to color The Little Mermaid peach, I don't know why that broke my heart. I mean, because that's what you see. I mean, is Santa Claus white? I'm seeing like some different, like diverse Santa Claus is coming out, but everybody at Starbucks who gets the Starbucks cup is flipping shit out. Like Santa was white.
And you want to know what was so funny about that? there was like this whole controversy where they were talking about, oh, we need to make a black Santa Claus, and then all the white. I remember watching Fox News, and there was one. I don't know. Don't ask me why I was watching Fox News.
No, I
Like,
do
no,
it too.
no shade
Jeffrey.
to no offense to anybody who watches it, but I was like, why am I watching Fox News right now? But like, there was this whole little thing going on where it was like, oh, I can't remember. It wasn't Megyn Kelly. It was somebody else.
Megyn Kelly.
But anyway, there was this. Yeah, there was like this whole Yeah, okay, because there was this whole thing about, oh, why they making Santa Claus black? Santa Claus is white. And I'm like, first of all, he ain't even a real person. So what difference does it make? He's not even a real person.
Why
are you so bad?
Children, it's okay.
Really bad. They were so bad. That, well, he's not white. He can't be white. And I'm just like, why? They was like, oh, he's white. He can't be black. I'm like, y'all do understand he's not a real person, first off. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. He could be Asian. He could be Latina. It doesn't matter. He's not a real person. Like, just do whatever you want. But they was he could be, matter of fact, Santa Claus could be in the LGBTQ plus community. He could be trans. It does not matter. Like, he's not a real person. Like, and it was so upset about this. It was so funny. Just like this whole controversy.
Do I want anything else but a white Santa in my home? Starbucks. That's on a t-shirt. Will you bring the white Santa? Well, Ashley, do you have anything as a last word before we get into our next little ditty?
No, I'm good. I think you guys covered it all. That Santa rant. That was perfect.
We do. Michael Coleman. Did you ever meet Michael Coleman?
I did not meet Michael.
Oh,
Coleman.
he was in our little place where a lot of us met. Hi, Isaac. Do you remember Michael Coleman?
Oh, Michael Coleman? Oh my God.
He's now in like
Hello,
LA.
Michael.
He told you to preach. Standing ovation for everything Isaac is saying. Halle Bailey. Oh wait.
Yes, that's the girl who's the Little Mermaid. That's the girl that's who's from Little Mermaid. Yes.
And then of course Michael chiming in. I have a children's book called Santa's Husband. Michael, we would love for you at Christmas time because it'll be here before you know it. We should have you read that story time.
I do just want to say, though, if Santa was part of the LGBT community, some of these gifts would be a little bit more fabulous.
It's about how Santa is black and gay and the white Santa at the mall is the husband. That's actually cute.
That is so cute.
Actually, we'll adapt that into a movie. It'll be called No Sound Issues Movie. Well, thank you so much, Ashley and Isaac. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll see you next time.
Well, in a little bit.
Stephen Fetchit, born in Lincoln, Perry, was the first black movie star in American film history. That's our little fun facts.
That's our little fun
facts. Thank you. So Janet, for this round, Rob will just talk over the clip. So just leave them going. Leave them going. Yeah, you need more.
I need
Yeah, I mean, we're just doing this the day of. So here, look, I'll just tuck that there, and you just lean that there.
All right, there we go.
Wonderful. And here we go. This is great.
Oh, okay. So next up is another film.
There it is.
Director Gordon Parks. It's the 1971 crime drama action film Shaft. Shaft. Yes. As you'll see in the clip coming up in just a
here
second.
it comes.
Oh, there we go. It stars Richard Roundtree as John Shaft, the top school NYC private detective. There he is.
There he
is,
looking around.
The film starts when Shaft gets word that a couple of gangsters are looking for him. He finds out from the shoe shine man.
Too much sugar this morning, Cole.
I actually find out
Don't drink it, baby.
my status of the day by my shoe shine guy.
The dudes from uptown looking for you.
Know them?
Shaft.
My name. Seen them around uptown. Come in there when I was opening up. Ask where they
Warner
could find
Brothers
you.
again.
Yes.
Not us.
What they look like?
One was wearing a funky plaid
Similar
coat.
quality.
Well,
but
we weren't
not
even
us.
alive to, like, in 1971. Like, hello. Like,
Coat,
I'm not going to age
we did not
myself.
make this.
I was born
clearly.
in 2010.
Oh, they had heat on them.
10.
11.
Yeah.
Had his hands in his coat.
This is
10
juice.
and a half.
Coat tight, you dig?
And I loved
in his belt.
this.
you
So
gotta
it had
buckle
a
the toe of
very,
this left
very particular style. There he goes. There he
It
goes.
turns out the gangsters work for a Jonas who wants to hire Shaft to look for and bring back his kid daughter.
Detective
Daughter was
What kind? Your kind, you take it.
I'm screwing things up.
you
Oh,
sure?
jive me, man. What kind of fucking job you talking about?
Oh,
Somebody
thank-
kidnapped my daughter Marcy.
We forgot the
Nobody saw nothing. I want you to find her. That's the fucking job.
He's like,
He's got a whole unit. Does that kind of work for you? Not for me. You know I can't go to the cops. And you want me, huh? Stay detective.
Let me tell Shaft that he believes a man named Ben Buford may be involved in the kidnapping. And Shaft goes to question this gentleman. It's a shootout ensued, making it clear to Shaft that it was most likely a setup. Let's see that.
You know anything about the kidnapping? Okay, Tom, use up your minute. Get out. Don't tell me, man.
Phone card is out.
Get a gun. Come here. I'll be goddamn. Damn.
Ooh.
Sonny.
Ooh.
Sonny. They're coming.
Over the roof, Ben.
Yeah, go. Dad. Come on.
Not the roof. This way.
Duh. This was fun. This movie was fun. I'll say that for my movie.
Everything's gonna be all right, man. Let's move it in and be quiet. Move it in and be quiet.
This is our house now. Don't argue with me. He's fine.
Wow. Shaft soon discovers that the Italian mafia may be responsible for the crime. When he sees two mobsters picking up the apartment at a local bar,
Ooh, let's see how good he does because we both had bartending.
Yeah.
He's
drinking on the job.
Yeah, I
kinda
did that all the
goes.
time. That's the only way.
That's the only way to get through it. That job.
Get lost, eh?
Get lost.
Go do something.
Where am I, man? I didn't even introduce myself to you, gentlemen.
I'm
My name is John Shaft. Freeze.
Ooh, he's got Shaft. Ooh.
Ooh.
I did.
Oh,
I
you
still
did.
kept
Oh.
my job. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was at a place where I could do anything.
Wow.
We're generous around here.
That must be the
the bitch in me ran wild. That was a wonderful life to live. Oh my God, we made it.
Wow.
We still have
we're
people.
still
We
on
didn't get fascinating.
We didn't get block.
We're more surprised because
So.
we thought, honestly, if we didn't have that. Ooh, there it is.
Oh.
Shaft is a butt. Oh, you say it. You say it. You
Shaft
say
is a bad mother.
Shut your
mouth.
No.
Oh, Shaft is a bad mother.
just
Oh.
fuck.
I thought you wanted me to read the whole thing.
Okay,
Right.
no, not the whole thing.
Shaft is a bad mother.
Shut your mouth.
You need to be a little quicker there.
You're
cutting me off.
Oh.
It's okay. We'll practice.
Okay, we'll practice it later.
Yeah. Okay.
We froze.
Let's look at
No,
my
we're
notes.
here.
Okay.
Okay, yes. Oh, hold on. We do have Shecky. Hello, Shecky. You look fancy. Thank you. We had a rough 45 minutes before you. Anywho, carry on.
Okay, so so this came out, early 1970s when there was a whole sort of new genre coming out called blaxploitation films, usually sort of gritty crime dramas in urban areas. The main character usually, I would say very strong, powerful black men were usually the main characters. A lot of the early blaxploitation films, though, they get a lot of criticism for even though it was you had a lot of African American characters in not only lead roles, but primarily making up most of the cast. They still seem to like stick to like old stereotypes. Like usually the main character, even though he was almost like usually like an anti-hero, almost like he fought like injustice and stuff, but he was normally also characters like in films like Superfly or movies like Superfly and Sweet Badass Song. They were still pimps and drug pushers and this stuff. And this was sort of the first one that kind of I think played with those stereotypes. Like you still had this strong black this hypersexual male lead, well, which is basically how you would characterize the characters, but so more now sort of the hero than the anti-hero. The qualities were still there, but now he's a private detective, quite a charming character too. I think I found this character to be charming, and he had there's funny moments where he's very witty with telling people off, but where am I? Okay. So there was that. Also, too, you think of a lot of like action movie franchises. We usually think, especially the Hollywood-made ones. Like we have the Rambo movies with Sylvester Stallone. What else? Die Hard movies with Bruce Willis, and the Tom Cruise ones, whatever. The Mission Impossible. This was like before all of those.
How many are there? Because
there's 2 sequels to this one. There was Shaft's Big Score, which followed this one like 2 years later. Then there was another one, I think another 2 years after that, called Shaft in Africa. Then there was a spinoff in 2000 with John Singleton directed that, with Samuel L. Jackson playing the nephew of this kid. So Richard Roundtree actually shows up in that one as this John Shaft, but as a supporting character. And then they made a sequel to that one in 2019, but that one was like that one was kind of a mess. They kind of like changed the tone to it being like a comedy rather than like sort of gritty crime action film. And like I said, there's humor in these movies, but like I wouldn't necessarily categorize them as comedy. No. But that one tried to go like the full comedy route, and it just didn't work with the 2019 version. But this was the first American action movie franchise. There was James Bond, but obviously those movies were British. So this was, and the significance of it being an African American hero too, and being the first franchise in that. Sorry,
No. The last fun fact was incorrect.
Wait, what was incorrect?
There it is. It was made in 2000, starring Samuel L. Jackson. He reprised the role in 2019 in the movie.
Okay,
Shaft.
no. So in the John Singleton one, 2000, he's the nephew. The 2019 version changed it and made it the son, which also didn't make sense because, like, I wasn't wrong when I said the 2000 version, he's the nephew.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
No. That was up while you were talking. Yeah.
Okay.
No problem. Thank you.
I'm usually pretty correct. I check my facts all the time.
This is just an addition. This wasn't a correction.
Oh, I thought you said there was a correction.
To you.
Oh.
On the first fun fact.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was the correction on the first fun fact?
This was the fun fact while you were talking.
Oh.
Was not correcting you. This was just let me add my 2 cents, and it was wrong. But, it's fine because they clarified. Oh. Yeah. And, we didn't even get started. Yeah, there we are.
Their fun fact.
Their fun fact
not
was
my fun fact.
No.
Oh. No. Okay, I was about to, go in there and flip Janet's table.
I should have let you just do that. What do you mean I'm wrong? It would have added to Janet. Philistine.
So yeah. Also, another little fun fact about the movie as well: the now iconic theme song that was written and performed by Isaac Hayes. Isaac Hayes became the first African American composer to win the Academy Award for composing original music for the film. The song itself won the Oscar.
Somebody told me he did the whole
song. He did the whole soundtrack. Yeah. But the theme song itself won award for original song. He was also
Shut your mouth.
Isaac Hayes was also nominated for the score as well, but he didn't win that one. I don't remember 1971. I'm trying to remember which film would have won that, but I can't think right now.
Get your
but yes,
decades of trivia under control. That was great. I love that you always have some. No, fun fact. There was also another fun fact as you were deep in thought. Rob is never wrong. They gave you credit where credit was due.
Oh, okay.
Although one day we should just stage it where like we just think you're wrong and see what happens. I'm interested for that. We do have after this, hey, we spammed your computer. Here's a virus. Let me exit out of that. What's wrong with being a pimp?
I mean, nothing, I guess, except it's illegal.
He wasn't charming.
But, however, if it were, but he wasn't a pimp, though. I mean, we could get in the whole discussion whether you think it's.
Oh, yes! I'm currently watching The Deuce, which explains the Super 70s porn industry. I started that.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret Rob. No.
Robbie?
No,
Margaret Robbie?
No. The one. The sister of the guy who she was in Batman, Robbie. No, fuck.
Yeah.
Gyllenhaal, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
Oh, Maggie Gyllenhaal.
How's that for trivia?
Well, you could watch
the
show and find out that it's her.
There's a whole list of shows that I haven't finished, but that one was good and I didn't finish it. The first two episodes were great. Yeah, thank you, Shecky. I did he is a womanizer, right?
Oh, well, yeah, he is
charming.
A woman. Yeah, he's charming, but he's a womanizer.
Charming. And then as I'm seeing him with somebody, I'm like, oh, is that his partner forever? Like, that's cute. And then next thing I know, like he's with somebody else and he's lying naked somewhere else. Yeah, he just came in. Oh, James Franco. Oh, Maggie and James Franco.
Oh.
But the only thing that I can say that I did not like, I loved it. I loved the simplicity of it. There seemed to be, a humor without being a comedy target. There was just humor in the reactions. But the only thing I didn't like was he'd be like, but then like he'd keep his cool, right? He's a cool cat. Like, I'm Shaft. And he kept his cool into things. And then you were like, wow, look at him. Like, he's soft spoken, but it was this thing that bugged me every time. Hi, I'm really soft spoken. Like, I'm just gonna bide my time. And then he did that little smirk. And then I was like, no smirk on anyone. I hate smirks. Oh. But other than that, that's all I had to say is the smirk. And then actually my only note in this is there is a scene where he goes to a restaurant and he has a waitress. And that reminded me of me. Because he goes in and he says, hi, I'll just have a tea. And she goes, the fuck? Not really, but just
no, we were pressured to you gotta eat, you gotta buy something to eat. And he doesn't want to buy.
The whole scene, he comes in and he's like, no, I'll just have a tea. And she's like, anything to eat? And he's like, no. And she's like, and that was me. Like, what? Then why are you here? There's a Starbucks down the street. I don't need your $1 tip. And then when they don't tip me, I say, why didn't you tip me? I did. Actually, you were there for that. Isaac, I'll turn it over to them soon. But the whole world, I'd be like, hi, was your service good? And they'd be like, yeah. And I was like, all right. Why didn't you tip? I went out with a bang during my last couple bartending years. A complete bang. Other than that, I loved it. Very fun watch. Very, very fun. We have a Miss Monica Goethe looking. She's on a boat somewhere.
Oh, wow.
She's on a boat sailing, watching our show.
Thank you.
And she says,
Monica.
Looking sharp, Rob. Melissa, you look like a hat.
I'll try not to cut anybody. No, just kidding.
You shaft!
That was terrible.
Shut your mouth.
Joke.
Oh.
But, anyway.
I just got your joke. Now you explained it. That's good. I'm glad you explained it.
Well, stay safe on that boat,
Monica, don't fall off the edge.
Do not fall over. Whatever you do.
Why would we say that?
Wear a life
That's not even a real thing. She's not on a boat. It's a pandemic. She's in her pajamas watching something. Hopefully.
Why would you say she's on a boat?
Well, because she's look.
Oh, in the picture. I thought like she was literally on the boat watching us on the boat, like watching this right now and commenting.
Shaft.
I was confused.
We did Ashley first. Let's bring
up. Has to say.
Apparently, I don't know why Mrs. Goethe didn't want to say anything about me, but that's fine. Isaac. Where is he? There he is.
Yeah.
You look startled. You look startled, buddy.
No. So I feel like I'm supposed to like this movie, but I did not like this movie. I did not like this movie at all. Like the whole time I was watching it, I'm like, it's Shaft. I'm supposed to like this movie. And this movie is like up there in rankings when it comes to black cinema. But I was just like, this movie is boring. Like I didn't like it. I just didn't like it. I guess because everybody okay, personally, the remake that they made with Samuel L. Jackson, I like that more because he was just this he was just cussing everybody out and kicking everybody ass. And I like that. This one, he was just so okay, I'm just smooth and over sexualized. And I just was like, I don't know. I just didn't like this movie. I thought it was boring. It was very slow paced. And like there was this fight scene that I didn't like. Like it was like the first fight scene, major fight scene. It was like when he went back to his office and there was these guys in there and like they were like fighting. And every time they had the camera angles, it was like this. It was just weird. Like I didn't like this movie.
Coming at me, that was very real.
I did like because everybody always was like Shaft, and I was like, okay, he picked Shaft. Let me watch this original for the first time because it's Shaft. You a bad mother, shut your mouth. Like and I thought it was gonna be good for me, but I was just like, I don't like this movie. Like, and I was just like, and I. You used to hear stories all the time about how dirty New York City was in the 1970s. But like every time he was walking down the street and the camera like panned out, you really saw how dirty New York City was in the 1970s. I was like, this city was dirty. This city was dirty in the 70s. But anyway, I didn't like this movie. Like I don't know. Like I did not like this movie at all. And I'm so shocked. I was like, I'm supposed to like this movie. Like, but I don't like it. So like I don't know. Like maybe y'all like it. I don't know what y'all think more about it because I didn't like it.
It for the time, like I could see what you're saying. I think a lot of it might have had to do with like the low budget of the film too. Like I don't know, like maybe they couldn't do everything like choreograph the fight scenes as well as they wanted to. Maybe they wanted like more action, but like the budget just didn't.
Well, doesn't every 70s and 80s, like if you ever watch a movie from the 70s,
and that's the thing, and you know what? And I'm sorry, Melissa, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm sorry, but like, but it's just like, I guess that's also a thing too because I generally also I usually don't watch movies from the 70s because I really don't like. I don't know. It's something about the style of movies in the 70s, the way they look, the way they're shot. I don't know. It's something to do with the 70s that I don't like the movies. And I also like the way they be talking, like you jiving me and like, I don't know. I just hate that. Like, why are you talking like that?
Why do you hate the jive?
I just hate that.
From now, we're gonna look at we talk.
Yeah, they're gonna be like TikTok.
I say my bad all the time. People are like, people are gonna be like, what the fuck does that mean?
Like I don't know. I just did not like this movie. Like, and I feel like shit for saying it because I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to like it because I'm black and it's a top black movie. But I was like, I don't like this movie. Like, I don't like this movie. Like, I did not like Shaft. It did not live up to all the Shaft hype that everybody made it to be. I don't know. I just didn't like it. Maybe I need to watch it again, but I don't like it.
I would suggest the sequel. I like the sequel a little better, Shaft's big score, because I guess like this movie made so much money on a small budget that when they did the sequel, they put like a ton of more money into it. So like it's like it even looks it. Like I feel like the way I just feel it had to do with like the budget of the film in a lot of ways. The way like it kind of feels like I can see what you're saying, but I would suggest then checking out Shaft's big score because I think the look and feel is just better in that one. And then,
Isaac, you're black. You're supposed to like it. You'll love it.
Right? And I was watching it. But it was. When I was watching it, I'm like. I'm literally supposed to probably like this movie, like, because everybody has always made it Everybody always made it seem like it was. I don't know, but I just didn't like it.
Dig it or
What?
don't dig it. Dig it.
I didn't dig it. I didn't dig it. I did not like this movie.
Let's get
I
to.
did not like it. I don't know.
Oh, thank God! I had to beg for a comment. Looking classy, Melissa. No boat in the pandemic. This is just like a wish on the boat. I wish I was on a boat. I wish that I was.
You said she
here
was
right
on a boat.
Well,
You didn't say
in a
she wished
photo, but
to.
no, she's saying now. This happened after the fact. But
All right. Well,
we have a Robert Acosta.
Hello.
Thank
Hello,
you.
Robert.
I hope we're so
Yes.
sorry. We see that you have a wonderful, beautiful family.
Yes.
We are not a family show.
Sorry for the curse words.
From Shaft. From Shaft.
Hopefully your child was not watching
obviously
that.
Isaac did not dig Shaft. He is
No, and I was about.
Why didn't you tip me? Why didn't you comment on my clothes? I'm just trying to help you stay in your comfort zone. Yeah, misery is my comfort zone. Rob was here. We tried to we didn't. We'll do a quick little thing. We tried to order a pizza.
Yeah, why don't we see what Ashley has to say first, and we can talk about this story.
Yeah,
because I feel like this story's going to take a little
Yeah, it
while.
will. Remind me about the pizza. It's a huge story. Ashley, get Isaac off. He didn't dig anything. He's tired. Come back. We'll bring you back. Ashley, Shaft.
Oh, hey. It wasn't
Still
my
here,
favorite.
What?
Can you guys hear me? It wasn't my favorite. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of agree with Isaac on this one. It wasn't necessarily my favorite film that I've seen recently.
Favorite and like are two different things.
I
You
mean,
can
I
like
probably
it.
would. I probably wouldn't recommend it to anybody to see. I feel like there are better movies from the 70s, like Car Wash. That's a great movie.
I think I've seen it.
That's definitely better than Shaft.
But I'm so intimidated by this photo alone.
I also feel like this is what like people might have thought in the 70s what a typical African American would have acted like, and I almost for me it was almost borderline offensive. I was like, oh, he's really okay. He's really out there. He's really just screwing anything. Cool. All right. So I don't know. I feel like there are better movies out there, and maybe it was that the budget was really bad, and that's what we're gonna chalk it up to. But it was definitely not. I would not recommend watching it or watch it again. Sorry.
I love to like we went last and we're like, ooh, it was so funny. Yeah. Shaft.
I mean, you have to admit that's a great song.
Shaft went to Africa.
That was in the third one. Shaft goes to Africa.
It was like a Pee Wee Herman Shaft goes to summer camp. Like how many Shafts?
So let Ashley
oh,
talk.
we're so sorry.
It definitely had its moments, but I think as a film as a whole, it's not something that I would recommend to watch ever again.
Sorry, my foot's in your face. I don't know where to put it.
What's going on?
Yeah, it doesn't fit. This looks spacious, but it's not. Far from spacious. It's special effects.
Yes.
Ashley, I would love to, I was very rude to you. Do you have anything else to say about your hatred about
Yeah,
Shaft?
so Melissa can talk about the pizza.
So I can just keep going. I want to talk about the pizza.
No, I'm good. I know you want to talk about the pizza. I think Isaac covered most of it, actually. So I definitely agree with Isaac on this one.
This is the first show we've been able to hear you and see you. So if there's anything you have to say, oh, great, she's done. So the pizza, let's bring Isaac up. We'll tell a pizza story, and then I think we're pretty much done.
Yeah,
but we do have.
If you want to hear the pizza story, you don't have to say
they don't want to. They do want to hear the pizza story. At the car.
Oh yeah, you know what? And you know what? Car Wash Car Wash was a good movie. I saw that was like,
thank you.
Yeah, that Car Wash was a good one. So like,
it's a good 70s movie.
And you know, and the thing about Shaft is the theme song of the movie is good. The theme song
really
is good. I just didn't like the movie, and I was like,
because I wanted to bring up the significance of Isaac Hayes being the first African American composer winning an Academy Award for writing music too.
And the theme song is really good. Like it is a good theme song. Like, but the movie, I was like, I don't like this movie. And I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to like it. I'm supposed to like Shaft.
You were
Listen. Look how dirty New York City is. Like
that's actually what my outside
Yeah, you're not on cue.
Oh, shut your mouth!
You have to be quicker.
Shut it! Okay, anyway, the pizza story. Long story short, I don't like talking to people on the phone. I went out of my way to use the Domino's app because I was like, nobody's eating today. We were very sad. Let's get some Domino's. And then in order to avoid the phone call, I spent an hour on the app because it kept locking up. And then I finally ordered it and they forgot it. And then they brought it 2 hours later. But it was a hard day.
Was that your story?
Yeah, that was
okay,
it.
perfect.
Chef!
Did you guys have anything else?
Chef!
Last words that you may have.
Shut your mouth.
No?
The learning tree.
What's that?
Yeah, that
watch the learning tree.
Watch the learning tree.
Watch the learning tree.
Rob, you did good when you picked the learning tree. That was a good one. I don't know why you did Shaft. Well, okay, let me not say I don't know why you did Shaft, because I know why you did it, because they're the same director. And let me
it's
not.
also,
I know
the same director as the learning tree. I want to showcase his work.
Yeah. I just didn't like Shaft, and I was shocked at myself for not liking it. I was like, I don't like this movie at all. Who's doing these fun facts? Who is writing these fun facts, by the way?
Oh my God!
How did Janet find out? How did Janet? Well, Janet must be.
Are you lying to us, Isaac? Because we actually have people to follow you around for these.
Yeah,
fun
Janet
facts.
basically followed.
Who is writing these fun facts?
Well, I got more about the pizza story. Shut your mouth. Well, would you like to? There is a fun little ditty we're going to do next week.
A ditty?
Yeah, the game show.
No, we talked about that. Oh, but we will be doing it soon.
Oh.
And I thank you for reminding me.
Okay.
So if you would like to be part of the game show, that will determine our next top fan. Please, leave us a little comment either on this video, or you could message us in Messenger, or you can even email us.
Or you could show up at Isaac's
or you
door.
could call Melissa at
I actually have a number now.
She does, believe it or not.
A lot of people have been emailing me. This is true story. Emailing me on my Gmail account, asking me if I died. And then I have to say, no, I just can't pay my phone bill. And that's a good time.
Okay, so email us at what to watch with Rob and Melissa at gmail.com. If you would like to be a participant, we'll randomly select 3 contestants for the game show that will be coming up before the end of the month, not next week, but maybe the week after or the week after that. But definitely it's going to be in February, just so you know. So make sure you have all your Thursdays free in February because we need you last minute to be on it.
And then we'd love to say, Gabby.
Yes, Gabby will be our last top fan.
Yeah, well, we told her we'd see her in March.
No, well, we're gonna see her. We're gonna reach out to her this week.
But we want to, we want to just say, hey, Shecky says she'll participate.
Okay, you can email again.
Well, you also
commented.
said comment on this video.
I did.
You can't yell at her for commenting on the video. We said send it through the Domino's app. Where's the donate button? Hi guys, smash that like button, share if you liked our video. We're excited for Starbucks and wonderful. Do we have any comments that want to pop up here with anything that you've said in your life? Where's the no, we did that. I think we're done.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're Ashley, any last words?
Nope.
Okay.
Oh, well, that was wonderful. We were glad we checked in. As always, thank you for being on our show. You are absolutely, she got the movies probably yesterday, so she was probably cramming those in. We're getting there. And then here's Isaac, who loved Shaft. Hi.
Yeah.
My name's Isaac. I totally recommend Shaft. Great. And then this is us.
And yeah.
Ooh, yes, there were texts about this. Do you have any thoughts on the Golden Globes noms?
Nothing in particular. I don't really think about the Golden Globes in general.
Well, there was a text.
Only because.
Where's our fun fact? Can we throw a fun fact about what just happened this morning?
Who is doing these fun facts? Who is writing those?
We hired someone special to do the fun facts.
It's Black Santa. No. What was
But
the
if you,
text?
well, I
It
was
was
gonna,
the text about the nominations, and then you said, "Fuck the nominations."
well, no, because I mean, if you know anything about the Hollywood Foreign Press,
Oh, this is
they're
what I
only
was
made
talking
up of 90 some. Yes, and I was going to get to that. Hollywood Foreign Press loves ass kissers. So if you kiss their ass majorly, like James Corden does, you will get a nomination. You don't even have to star in anything. If I go and kiss their ass, they'll give me a nomination for something. I'm sure.
How do you kiss ass?
Bend over, I'll show you. No, just kidding. I'm not really.
Oh,
But
Wrong show.
but it's likely like who's someone that doesn't normally kiss ass. The Five Bloods, which is getting awarded at every film critics circle, completely stuffed, and that's obvious. They like ass kissers, so there you have it. I mean, a Golden Globe is like a step up from like an MTV Movie Award. Honestly, the only thing actors like it because it's free publicity. Fashion designers like it because they get to show off their work, and that's all it is. Really, it's not like an Emmy or an Oscar or anything like that. So, and they completely ignore, and this is the other thing, they completely ignore television writers and directors, and they're important. And I'll leave it at
true.
that.
No, that's true because like I love to as a technician when I was doing some stage management, but stage managers are never credited in anything. They're not credited in a lot of shit. So I think that's wonderful. Like TV people are people too. TV people. Ozark deserves the nomination, as does Jason Bateman, Laura Linney, and Julia Gardner. Ozark was good. It took me a while to get into. I think Mistress Monica put me onto Ozark, and I watched it, and it took a while, but then I loved it. That's my review for everything. Just there's that. I think we're done. We're a little bit earlier than normal. That's very exciting. Rob?
I'm good.
Wow! Let's just do this one more time. Last call.
Okay,
She's
we're
done.
good. She's good.
She's
okay.
fine.
Right, see you next
She doesn't
time.
give a shit.
Right.
Isaac.
Okay. I think
Hashtag
we're
blessed. Okay. Hashtag Starbucks. Hashtag
hearts
us.
are full.
So I think our hearts are full. Everybody's here. We still have people. We didn't get bumped. There may or may not be an echo. Let's effing see. Good night. Kisses. All of our love. And Shaft.